So in the previous discussion we have discussed to the reference of superclass we can assign object of any child class. Let's discuss more. I will create one more package here. So I will be creating three classes here. Let's say A. So A has two variables int a comma int I comma j and its value 50 and 50. So I and j have both have 50 value. Then I have one method void function a, and in this method I have written one statement. I'm going to write one statement inside function a of class a. Okay, fine. So this is my class a, and I will create one more class b here. Class b extends class a. This is my class b. This class extends a, and I am using all the variables and method as it is inside B. So here also I and j is there, and function a I have override. You can use this override at the rate override annotations. So this is inside function a of class B. Value I will change 100 so that we can identify which I and j we are calling. Similarly, I will create one more class C here, and inside the class C, I will be using same variables and same method. Here the value of I is 200 and j is 200, and this is overridden function, and we can say and extends this class C extends class B. So I will use this at the rate at the rate override annotation. Okay, so these three class I have created. To test all this class, I will create one test class over here, and inside this test class we have main method, and inside main method we can write our code or logic. So here is A, B and C. A has ij, similarly B also have ij and function A. We have used same fields and same methods. So now I will try to create object of a class, and now object of a class will be created. What happens if you create object using new keywords? It will try to create object of a class. Then it will check whether a extends any class or not. So a is not extending any class, so it will extends object class. So like this we have chain of object including object and a. This is the object of a, and this is the object of object class. Now if I want to create object of b, then what happens? Then here I need to write b is equal to new of b. In this case it will try to create object of b class. So I will be creating object of b class. So this is object of B, and now it will check whether B extends any class or not. So B extends class A. So it will try to create object of. Now it will check whether A extends any class or not. If it is not extending, then it will try to create object of object class. So object created first, then object of class A created, then object of B created. So this is the sequence. Here it is object, first object class object will be created, then object of A class, then object of B class, and this is the chain of object, or we can say this is the entire object if you are using new B. Similarly, if you want to create object of C, what happens? C is equal to new of C. In this case, it will try to create object of C class, Then it checks whether C extends any class or not. So C extends B, so it will try to create object of C. Then again it will check whether B extends anything or not. So B extends A, so it will create object of A class. Now it will check whether A extends any class or not. So it is not extending, so it by default it will extend object class. So this is all. So now sequence is like this is object A, B and C. So this is the diagram. So this is pointing. So here we have common method function A in all the. So because of this theory we can write, first of all we need to check overriding. So I will start from here because here there is no overriding. So here we have I and J. I and J have 50-50 values. I is equal to 50 and J is equal to 50 and function A. Similarly, inside the B we have I is equal to 100, J is equal to 100. I is equal to 100 and J is equal to 100 and we have function A. So function A is available in both the objects and I and J also available in both the objects. So anytime I will be using, I will comment this. Now I want to access B dot I and B dot J. What happens? I have created new of P is equal to new of P. In that case this object will be created, and now I want to call B dot I and B dot J. I and J both are available in A and B. What would be the value in that? So because we are using reference of B, then it should be 100 and 100. Run this. Now I want to call B dot function A. In that case, which function will be executed? B dot function A. So function of B class will be executed in this case. So this is simple. But what happens if I use reference of A? Because of this theory, we can assign object of child class to the reference of. This is the object of child class and this is the reference of parent class. So I will change this reference so that naming conventions should be good. A. So what happens in this case? I have created A is equal to new of B. A is equal to new of B. So object will be created same, like it will try to create object of B, then it will try to create object of A, then it will try to create object of object class. So object class will be created first, then A and then B. Now I'm using reference of class A and I'm using object of class B. So this entire object is pointing to this object. So in that case, what would be the output? Let's say A dot I. So would it be, because we have object of B and reference of A, so would it be 50 or 100? Or if we call A dot function A, because function A in both the objects A as well as B. So what would be the output? This is the question. Let's run. So if you see here, in the case of variable, we are getting value of a class because a has 50 and 50 and b has 100. But in the case of method, it is executing method of class b because ij same in both the objects. Here I, here I, here j, here j, function a, function a. So in the case of variable, it will call by reference, means we can say it is calling fields of class A. It is not calling fields of class B, even though objects of class B is here. But in the case of method overriding, it will execute only method of class B. So what happens in this case? It will check is this method overridden or not. So if it is overridden, then it will check this method is available in class B or not. So if it is available, then it will goes down and it will call that method. Similarly, we have function C here. Now I will be creating object of class C and I am assigning reference of A. Now I want to call A dot function A. So which method will execute it? In that case, we have I is equal to, here I is equal to 50, J is equal to 50, and we have function A. Here also we have I is equal to 100, J is equal to 100, and function A. Here also we have I, J and function A. I is equal to 200, J is equal to 200 and function A. So now I have created object of C and assigned object C into reference of A. Now I want to call A dot I, so it will print 50. A dot J, it will print 50, and A dot function A, it will check in child class, yes it is available in this P, then it will again check in the child class, yes it is there, so it will print function A of class C will be executed. Let me write this code as well. So 50-50 and method of C class will be executed. So this is inheritance and depth. Thanks for watching.